Welcome to the Loretto Chapel Museum,
also known as the Chapel of Our Lady of Light.
In 1852, Archbishop Jean-Baptiste Lamy, the first bishop of the Diocese of Santa Fe, and who was the role model for Willa Cather's book entitled Death Comes to the Archbishop, called upon the Sisters of Loretto for the purpose of establishing a school for girls in Santa Fe.
After a most hazardous journey from their Kentucky mother house, during which their Mother Superior died, 4 Sisters of Loretto arrived and established their school.
The Loretto Academy operated on this property from 1853 to 1968. This building was its chapel.
The chapel is said to be patterned after Sainte-Chapelle in Paris, and, by most accounts, is the first Gothic structure built west of the Mississippi.
It was constructed between 1873 and 1878 by French and Italian architects and stonemasons who were brought to Santa Fe by Archbishop Lamy to assist in the building of the St. Francis Cathedral.
Many descendants of these workmen still live in New Mexico.
The legend of the Miraculous Staircase had its beginning during the construction of the chapel. When built, the chapel had no stairway to its choir loft, which was not uncommon for the times, as most choirs were composed of male singers who used ladders.
However, Loretto was a girls' school. Its teachers were nuns, and a stairway was needed.
Unfortunately, due to the chapel's intimate size, a conventional stairway to the choir loft would require too much space to be taken from the seating area below.
To solve the problem of a stairway to the choir loft, the sisters made a novena to Saint Joseph, the patron saint of carpenters, to whom the construction of the chapel had been entrusted. On the 9th and final day of the novena, in answer to the sisters' prayers, an unknown carpenter appeared and undertook the construction of the stairway.
It is said that the mysterious craftsman worked for 6 months using only a saw, a hammer, a carpenter's square, and tubs of hot water in which to shape the wood.
When the work was completed, the mysterious carpenter disappeared without having sought payment, nor having left any account owing for material.
His miraculous stairway is 23½ feet high, has 33 steps, and makes 2 complete 360-degree turns.
It has no center support, nor is it held up from the sides.
Only the perfection of its craftsmanship keeps it from collapse.
Architects and engineers still marvel at its existence.
The stairs were originally built in 1877 without a railing, yet using them was such a frightening experience that a Santa Fe carpenter was engaged to provide a balustrade, a work of considerable skill in itself. The stairs were in daily use by the sisters and students for nearly 100 years. Today, they are restricted for preservation and for safety. The metal braces to the wall and column were added later to cut down on the negative effects due to vibrations caused by heavy traffic.
The 8 stained glass windows, which line the nave, were made in 1874 by the Atelier de Grand of Clermont-Ferrand, France.
The windows in the sanctuary near the altar, depicting the four evangelists, St. Luke, St. John, St. Mark, and St. Matthew, were made by Dubois Studios in Paris in 1876, as was the rear facade window over the front door, and the elegant rose window of the choir loft.
All of the windows are of the finest quality of handcrafted glass and are 19th century treasures.
The altar is made of a wood and plaster composition and painted to look like marble. The stations of the cross are made of marble dust. Both the altar and the stations are from Italy.
The chapel's harmonium is located in the choir loft.
The harmonium, which is similar to a reed organ, was made by Alessandro Francois Bedane in 1867 and imported from Paris between 1883 and 1886.
This rare instrument is owned by the Archdiocese and is here on loan through the offices of the Museum of New Mexico.
In 1968, Our Lady of Light Academy was closed by the Sisters of Loretto.
The sisters offered the property to the Archdiocese, but it did not choose to make the purchase.
As a result, the Sisters of Loretto placed the property on the open market.
And it was purchased in 1971 by a private family. The new owners felt, and the sisters agreed, that the chapel was far too beautiful to demolish. Consequently, since the acquisition of the property, the chapel has been preserved as an historic landmark.
The Holy Eucharist and sacred relics were removed from the altar before the property was purchased.
And the building now stands as a private museum.
The chapel is rented out for needs in the community that are considered appropriate for the space, such as weddings, concerts, and worship services.
The donation box by the exit is for the retirement fund of the Sisters of Loretto, and all contributions placed therein are sent to the Mother House.
We would like to give a special thanks to the Santa Fe Desert Chorale and their music director, Lawrence Banfield, for providing the beautiful music you have heard during this presentation. Select works by the Santa Fe Desert Chorale and cassette copies of this narration are available in our gift shop.
Thank you for your visit.
We hope you return again soon, and always take with you good memories of Santa Fe.
And your visit to the chapel of Loretto.
Enjoy all of the shops and services in the inn.
And have a safe journey home. also known as the Chapel of Our Lady of Light.
In 1852, Archbishop Jean-Baptiste Lamy, the first bishop of the Diocese of Santa Fe, and who was the role model for Willa Cather's book entitled Death Comes to the Archbishop, called upon the Sisters of Loretto for the purpose of establishing a school for the rest of Santa Fe.
After a most hazardous journey from their tiny mother house, during which their mother superior died, four sisters of Loretto arrived and established their school.
The Loretto Academy operated on this property from 1853 to 1968. This building was its chapel.
The chapel is said to be patterned after Saint Jean in Paris, and, by most accounts, is the first Gothic structure built west of the Mississippi.
It was constructed between 1873 and 1878 by French and Italian architects and stonemasons who were brought to Santa Fe by Archbishop Lamy to assist in the building of the St. Francis Cathedral.
Many descendants of these workmen still live in New Mexico.
The legend of the Miraculous Staircase has to be during the construction of the chapel. When built, the chapel had no stairway to its choir hall, which was not uncommon at the times, as most choirs were composed of nail stairs and used ladders.
However, Loretto was a girls' school. Its teachers were nuns, and a stairway was needed.
Unfortunately, due to the chapel's limited size, a conventional stairway to the choir hall would require too much space to be taken from the seating area below.
To solve the problem of the stairway to the choir loft, the sisters made a novena to Saint Joseph, the patron saint of carpenters, to whom the construction of the chapel had been entrusted. On the night of the final day of the novena, in answer to the sisters' prayers, an unknown carpenter appeared and undertook the construction of the stairway.
It is said that the mysterious press was built for 6 months using only a saw, a hammer, a carpenter's square, and tubs of hot water in which to shake the wood.
When the work was completed, the mysterious carpenter disappeared without having sought payment, nor having left any account rolling for material.
His miraculous stairway is 23.5 feet high, has 33 steps, and makes 2,360 turns.
It has no center support, nor is it held up from the sides.
Only